In my last Destiny 2 video, I talked about how players discovered that the game had been throttling their XP earnings without their knowledge. If players earned XP too fast, the game would scale down the actual amount of XP earned and fill your XP bar more slowly while telling you that you are earning the usual amount. So let's say you repeat an activity that earns you 5,000 XP. The first time you do it, the XP bar will fill properly and the game will tell you that you earned 5,000 XP. But the second or third time you repeat that activity, the game might recognize that you're farming XP too quickly and half the amount earned while still displaying you earned the full 5,000. The XP bar will fill more slowly, but the number displayed will still be the same. By the 10th time you repeat the activity, you might only be earning but a fraction of the XP while the game tells you otherwise. Here's the bottom line as described by Reddit user EnergizerX. If you earn XP slow, the in-game display is correct. If you play normally, the game drops some XP, about 50%. If you power grind XP, the game will drop most of your XP. In testing, I managed to lose around 95% of the XP during an enemies moving against each other event. There is a hidden scaling factor that ramps up as you earn XP more quickly. The scaling factor will increase at least to the point where you're only really earning 4% of what you should. Public events will only ever earn you 50% of what they say, as the end of event XP alone is enough to trigger a 50% scaling factor. To get one thing clear, there is no cap to XP. You can keep earning XP as fast as you want, and you will always be making progress towards that next bright Ingram. You will just face dramatically diminishing returns the faster you go. Suffice to say that the Destiny 2 community and gamers as a whole were pissed about these findings, and it wasn't hard to deduce why Activision implemented an XP throttling system. The way leveling works in Destiny 2 is that after you reach the level 20 cap, filling the XP meter will earn you a bright Ingram instead of a level, bright Ingrams being Destiny 2's version of loot boxes. By secretly throttling XP gains, they made it artificially slower to earn free bright Ingrams so that players would be encouraged to purchase them with real money. It's about as scummy and manipulative as one can get. Just hours after EnergizerX shared the findings of his experiment and essentially caught Bungie and Activision lying to players' faces red-handed, the developers admitted that the game did in fact scale down XP gains in a response posted on Bungie's official website. Highlights include, after reviewing our data, we agree that the system is not performing the way we'd like it to. We are not happy with the results, and we have heard the same from the community. And the most important bit, effective immediately, we are deactivating the system. Yup, they actually tried to pass themselves off as the good guys by pretending like they had to review the data to deliberate that the system isn't performing the way they'd like it to, or that they were not happy with the results. Well, they were perfectly content with the system before they got busted. The only thing that they weren't happy about was getting caught. And from there, all they had to do was flip a switch to turn the XP throttling system off. It was that easy of a solution that they conveniently never got around to until now. But hey, at least the throttling system was finally deactivated, so all is well, right? Well, not quite. After Bungie and Activision provided their response and deliberated to turn off throttling, players began investigating the changes to ensure that there was no foul play involved. One such player is a Reddit user going by the name of Erkus, who gathered data on the game's new XP system throughout the course of 2 hours. He recorded the alleged amount of XP earnings displayed in-game and compared it to the actual amount of XP earnings shown in the Destiny Item Manager app, which updated every 15 minutes. With this method, what the user found was that they were consistently only earning half the experience points that the game displayed. The conclusion that they came to was that Bungie either quietly reduced XP earnings by 50% across the board, or that they quietly doubled the amount of XP needed to fill the bar, from 80,000 XP to 160,000 XP. The bottom line that Erkus provided was this: the new experience bar is 160k points to complete, or XP gain has been halved. Bungie's update only appears to offer players 6% of the experience lost due to scaling. The actual XP scaling has been conclusively removed post-update. Shortly after these findings, Bungie provided a response via Twitter that, once again, confirmed the Destiny 2 community's findings. They said, "The Destiny 2 API has yet to be adjusted to reflect the recent in-game change to earned XP. We are working on an API update to address the discrepancy. The correct value to earn an additional level is 160,000 XP. So, not only did they add a catch to the reversal of their deceitful XP throttling system by doubling the XP required to earn bright engrams, they refused to honestly disclose information until they were caught red-handed, again. While they did vaguely hint in their last response that XP earn rates will change for all activities across the board, nobody expected that they would just egregiously double XP requirements. It's just one step forward and one step back. The original intention of ensuring that players don't earn free bright engrams too fast is still in place. But more importantly, they said in their statement that all values would be displayed consistently in the user interface, except that didn't happen. They doubled the volume of the XP bar behind our backs without telling us. Once again, players had to find out for themselves what Activision was up to. Throughout this whole ordeal, it's just been one lie after another and an utter lack of full disclosure and honest communication on their part. All they've really done is replace one underhanded tactic with another. They said, "Alright, we'll take a step back," and then they took a step sideways. I'm fairly convinced at this point that Activision will never learn their lesson. They simply can't fathom or wrap their heads around the concept of honesty anymore. If this is how far they're willing to go to protect their greedy interests at the expense of the player's experience and goodwill, I can only imagine what sort of dark future awaits Activision game franchises. Who knows what systems they'll sneak into their games moving forward, especially with their push for matchmaking engines that pair players not based on fair competition or skill, but on manipulating microtransactions purchases, and their push for in-game instant replays that will essentially use players as billboards to advertise microtransactions items, among many other things. So yeah, stay on your toes near Activision. They have proven twice now that they're willing to resort to lies, deceit, and blatantly underhanded tactics to ensure that you'll shell out extra cash. And I don't know about you, but that's not the kind of company I'd want to entrust my hard-earned money to. That's not the kind of company I want to see flourish. With that, I would like to end this news update. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this video insightful, and if you enjoy my content, consider supporting me on Patreon to help this channel stay 100% independent and self-sustained. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.